Show you a scenario that happens a lot for people who are first working with branches, and it can make them very frustrated with GitHub, with Git, not GitHub. So let's say I have a repository here, got my two files, test.r and hello.r, and I decide I'm going to do some cleanup. So I create this branch called cleanup. Now I'm on the cleanup branch, and I'm just kind of like fooling around, thinking about how I might clean this up, and I decide that maybe I don't want these two files, so I'm gonna delete them. Okay. There we go. They're gone. I'm gonna go commit that change, and you notice here I'm on the cleanup branch. Good, everything's fine. I'm gonna push it up to GitHub. All right, so that's great. Everything's good there. And then I finished this. You know, I'm sandboxing here. I'm playing around. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this. But now I'm going to finish for the day, and I'm going to quit our studio, and I'm going to quit GitHub desktop. Okay, and go home for the day. And a week later, I come back, and I want to get back to work, and so I go on to my file system, and I want to get started back on my test. I have by now completely forgotten about that sandboxing work that I did and that branch cleanup, that I was just messing around. And I made that branch specifically because I didn't want to destroy my main branch. That was the whole point of the branch. Do that on a branch so I don't touch the main stuff. And now I've kind of forgotten about that branch. And I look over here in my file system, and my files are gone. What happened? You know, I didn't change my files, and Git has destroyed those files. What happened? So I go on to let's go on to GitHub, and now I'm really frustrated. There are my files right there, and I go here, and they're gone. And now I'm really angry. I don't know what to do. Why did Git destroy my files? So I'm just going to, I'm going to delete this folder, and I'm going to re-clone it down. Okay, so what's going on here? So what happened is that when I was in our studio, I was on that cleanup branch. When you're on a branch, it is doing the changes to your file system. There is no shadow folder out there called cleanup. You are actually changing the files in your file system. So, when you look here at these folders, I was actually deleting them here. The information to get back to the main is hidden in this, .git folder. But because I was last in the branch, it remembers where I was, and it remembers that I am on the Git branch, not on the main branch. So all I have to do is be aware of where I am and check, oh, I'm on the current branch. Switch to main, and now when we go back here, aha, there they are. They're back. So I would say in my experience, that's like a really common thing for beginners to get confused about. And my one piece of advice is that whenever you have that feeling like, Git has destroyed things, what is it doing? Your first action, or my first action whenever I'm feeling like that, is to open up a terminal at my Git repository and run this command, git status. Right there. Okay, here I'm on main, but if I hadn't been on main, if I'd been on cleanup here and I ran git status, I would see, oh, that's right, I'm on the cleanup branch. That's the problem. Okay.